How many of you have found yourself asking the question, how do I break out of my circle? I mean, you're dealing with the same people, you're doing the same things over and over again, and you really would like to do something different. What I sometimes tell people to do, a great thing to jump into, is a big time political campaign. And there's really 6 that you should think about. And I'm not saying that some of the other ones are not as important. I'm not saying that county commissioner or judge or things that aren't important. But the big ones, mayor, governor, congressman, congresswoman, senator, president, is going to be the one that gives you a lot of exposure and breaks you out of the norm. Now, why do you want to do this? And beforehand, let me give you one little caveat. If you are going to get involved in a big time political campaign, get involved in a big time political campaign. Don't just go there and say, hey, how you doing? Give me a couple buttons and then walk out the door. You learn nothing from that. You gain nothing from that. You've got to say to yourself, okay, this is going to be a commitment that I'm going to do, because most political campaigns, the ones that are serious, are going to be about a year or longer. And you've got to be able to say, okay, I'm going to go in here and make this thing do what it do. Why is this important? One, it's going to expose you to other people who have the same political leanings as you that you don't normally associate with. That's not saying that these people are any better than you or worse than you or above you or beneath you. These are people who may not normally travel in your circles that you get exposure to, who now get exposure to you. And so you want the opportunity to be engaged with these types of people, because now these are people who are not in your normal circle. The reason why I say, secondly, you want to do this is because being in a situation for a year, you are now going to be interacting with individuals that you wouldn't normally interact with, and they get a chance to get to know you and what your skill sets and what you bring to the table. And the reality is, the longer they're exposed to you, the longer they get the opportunity to see what talents that you have to bring. That means when the campaign's over, regardless of who won or lost, you've now exposed yourself in terms of what your abilities are to a group of people who who have not normally had access to you. Thirdly, it gives you the ability to see where other opportunities present themselves. Let me throw this out there to you. I participated in 2 big campaigns. I did one working with regards for governor that was through a friend of mine, and another one I did for congressman. And I can tell you, in both instances, I got the opportunity to go to various fundraisers and things like that, mixers that I had never been exposed to, and met a lot of people who I'm still cool with today that have opened doors for me, because I immersed myself into this whole thing and provided whatever talents that I had to benefit the campaign that I was participating in. What is the biggest impact of all this? Listen, it's great if you can get involved in the campaign and they win. That's awesome. But if you're looking for something that is going to challenge you to break out of your comfort zone and be exposed to and interact with people that are not normally in your circle, look to participate in a political campaign. It's a great way to make a difference, and it's a great way to make a change to your circle.